I want to look at the military. I want to look at the diplomatic angles with former Mideast peace negotiator Aaron David Miller and former CENTCOM Deputy Commander Vice Admiral Robert Hayward. Great to have you both here. Harward. Sorry, apologies. But yes, great to have you both here. Aaron, I'll start with you. You have said you're starting to see the beginnings of what a deal might look like. What is that, and what maybe changed for you?
The beginnings of a deal. I think first you'd have to have serious negotiations, and I'm waiting to see whether or not we end up with that. The 21 hours, I know the vice president thinks that's a lot of time to spend on negotiating in the Middle East. It's not. U.S.-Iranian, Arab-Israeli negotiations have two speeds, slow and slower. And the reality is the clocks here are not synced. I think, at least it was my analysis, that the Iranian clock was moving slower than the Trump administration clock. That may or may not be true. I'll be interested in the Admiral's view on what impact the blockade might have over time in bringing the Iranians closer to the administration's positions in negotiations. But I'll just say two things. Number one, I don't think we're close to a deal. And number two, we are nowhere near an end to this war.
Okay, so Admiral Harward, thank you very much. You tell me where you think this is ending up. And again, what do you think the role of the blockade is? Because I understand that you think this is part of a larger pressure campaign. Obviously, it's putting a chokehold on oil revenue. Your perspective?
Well, I have to agree with my colleague. David's got exactly right. But it's irrefutable of the impact you're already seeing. The fact that the Israelis would agree to a ceasefire and Hezbollah as well is impact. You're not seeing the Houthis or any of the surrogates moving because they're concerned about their lifeline. And if you look at the history, this regime over its history has spent billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, pursuing their nuclear program, paying off their surrogates, putting in missiles and drones, all at the expense of the Iranian people. So now you really continue to just dry up that money line. It puts them at risk, not just externally, but internally as well. So it's just reinforced the position of our team, the president and his team, for their negotiation position. And I agree, as Aaron said, that this is not the end of the conflict, but it does move us forward on some sort of arrangements with the Straits and on the nuclear program. Although there are other objectives still at play, this administration has been focused primarily on those two, and those are their priorities. So I think you're seeing impact, but this still has to play out over time.
I mean, Aaron, Secretary of War Hegseth basically said that Iran doesn't hold control of the Strait of Hormuz, said that what they're doing is piracy and terrorism. But again, the big development, too, was Lebanon. I mean, in your perspective, why did Benjamin Netanyahu agree to a ceasefire in Lebanon at this point in time?
Largely because President Trump called him after the security cabinet met without a decision and said to his good friend Benjamin Netanyahu, listen, the Iranians care about this. It might help me in the negotiations. I want you to de-escalate. Prime Minister probably came back and said, okay, 10 days. It won't be permanent. We'll give you 10 days. And by the way, the troops we're deployed north of the border, roughly in a 6-mile buffer zone, they're not moving. We will cease all offensive operations against Hezbollah, assuming they comply. So it was pressure from the White House. And let's be very clear. He's up for election. Benjamin Netanyahu,
right.
The government was to term in October. Trump's much more popular in Israel than Benjamin Netanyahu is. He cannot cross the president. So the president has a lot of leverage. Right. Hopefully this is, as Admiral said, I think he's probably right, that this might indicate that there's some seriousness of purpose that you could be entering a real negotiation.
And Admiral, I'm going to give you the final word here. Can we ever trust that Iran is not going to be the danger that it once was? I mean, they still have tons of missiles and drones that could be a threat to our forces and allied forces. Give you about 30 seconds before we have to wrap up.
Well, they're always going to be a threat. While they still espouse the Islamic Revolution and all their policies and programs that go with it, they'll always be a threat. So that's irrefutable. They have been for 5 decades, and they always will until they refute those policy and programs that make them a threat to all the regions. And one just last, not only is Trump popular in Israel, he's popular in UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait, as long as he stays the course to see this through.
Okay, well, it's rapidly developing every day. We're going to be on top of it. Vice Admiral Robert Harward and Aaron David Miller, thank you both. Great perspective as always.
Thanks.